It felt like the Boos were faint on Thursday, Shy, and then they picked up on Friday. And then by the time Frank Sinatra in New York, New York was blaring on Saturday afternoon, it felt like half the stadium was just jeering this team, this Yankee team that is now 3-14 in their last 17. The Blue Jays come in here and win this series, and it feels like the balance of power in the American League East that had been such a stranglehold on the team here in the Bronx. It feels like this is open season now.
Yeah, it's getting there, especially because now the Blue Jays are starting to put a little bit of pressure on the Yankees, and for the first time this season, they're going to have some heat on them since they got off to that terrific start. But this game was totally an example of what's going wrong for the Yankees right now.
At every level.
And a few days ago, it feels like this might have been a game that the Blue Jays lose in the fashion that the Yankees lost it. You think about the opportunities that the Yankees had to take firm control of this game against Mitch White as they built opportunity after opportunity. They didn't fulfill it. And then the Blue Jays get a hint of a rally, and they put up 4 runs and seize control of the game. And at that point, they're dictating play. John Schneider can run his bullpen in an ideal fashion, even without Jordan Romano available. They can line everyone up in the perfect spot. They nurse a lead home. They take the series. They've got an opportunity for a sweep. And it was just a year ago, late in the season, where the Blue Jays swept 4 games here in New York and turned it into a bit of a springboard for them. They've got an opportunity to do the same thing on Sunday.
Learned a little bit about Mitch White here on Saturday, too. A lot of base runners, a lot of traffic, and he said, I wasn't just trying to throw a heater to get myself out of trouble. He stuck with the plan. He stuck with what Danny Jansen was putting down in front of him. And just as everything seemed to be going the Blue Jays' way, late in the game, Teoscar Hernandez takes the foul ball off the inside of the foot. The good news, x-rays are negative. The bad news, you and I were in the clubhouse, and Teoscar couldn't even slip that left foot into a flip-flop as he hobbled around. Can't imagine he's going to be in the lineup on Sunday. The Blue Jays have an off day on Monday before beginning 3 at Fenway Park. But man, with George Springer's status now in doubt with the knee and the elbow, and now Teoscar, suddenly the depth of this ball club that the team has long talked about, it is really about to get tested again.
Very much so. And look, this is where the Whit Merrifield acquisition just before the finish line at the trade deadline becomes so important for the Blue Jays. And earlier in the week, you were talking about, well, how are they going to fit all these guys in the lineup? And that always ends up taking care of itself because things happen and you end up needing more players than you think you're going to. So you're right, the depth is going to be tested, and we'll see whether George Springer does return to the lineup on Sunday. That was certainly the hope around the team on Saturday, that the knee would recover enough. There was the potential or the thought that if Saturday had been a night game, maybe George Springer would have been ready for that. So the Blue Jays will certainly hope that that's enough to get him back in the lineup Sunday. But if he's out too, that you're really testing things, and that's where your depth has to come through for this team.
There could be a scenario where a Raimel Tapia, Jackie Bradley Jr., Whit Merrifield combination could be the outfield. Who would have thought that 3 weeks ago? By the way, we are not filming this from the field, instead the seats, because the Yankees team picnic is going on. Wonder how joyous that is, what with the team 3-14 in their last 17.